that do things the right way, people that do things the wrong way. Andy Frisella,
we at war. We at war with terrorism, racism, but most of all, we at war with ourselves. God, show me the way because the devil's trying to break me down.
What is up, bro? We are here.
Baby?
We are live, everybody. We
right.
are Stogies and stuff.
Episode 44 of Stogies and
43.
Stuff, ladies. Oh, shit.
No, you're right.
No,
Shit,
you're
my
always,
bad. That's
you're
me.
always going back.
That's on me, guys.
44. Episode 44, Stogies and Stuff, ladies and gents. Just,
It's a
it
beautiful
feels
morning.
great.
It's a beautiful morning, everybody.
It is beautiful, and I know all of y'all are loving it as well.
I'm loving it, baby.
We got a new president.
47th President Trump, the man. And guys, look, hold on. All right, look. I want
love
to
it.
take this opportunity
Don't fight it, okay?
to apologize. I want to apologize to absolutely nobody, bitch.
I was about to say, what the fuck?
To
are you apologizing
absolutely
for?
nobody. I don't give a fuck. I am.
Dude, cut that shit out. Stop.
I'm coming after
shit.
your rights, baby. I'm coming after everything. We're
Fucking
gonna
Mike,
take it
calm
away.
down, attorney.
I'm gonna take everything away. No, it's not your body anymore. It's mine.
All right, chill.
Guys,
He's fucking with you guys.
I'm
all
obviously
right?
being sarcastic.
Evidently.
All that shit is bullshit. I hope you
is.
guys realize that the same rights you had 10 days ago are the same rights you have right now. Like, let's be
Nothing's
real
fucking
here.
changed. Look,
You know what I mean?
it's just fucking. It brings a lot of awareness. Okay, I've been seeing so many people overreact about the election results, and it's not like it was a minor win. This was a fucking landslide, ladies and
Yeah,
gents.
guys.
Do you not understand this?
Jesse, if you could pull up the final electoral calculation, I believe it was Kamala 226, Trump 312. I think he won all the battleground states, right?
He won all the land. All the.
This is
all the
officially
swing states.
A landslide, guys.
He
A
won
landslide.
all
He didn't
those
just
swing
win. I hope you know that. He fucking demolished Kamala Harris.
He took it all, ladies and gents. I think I think as far as counting the electoral votes, I think it was like 312 to 226 to date, right?
Yeah.
And I think he just solidified also Arizona, which means
As
that
of today,
all-
this morning.
exactly,
It's official.
all key
All
swing
50 states, right.
So what were these key swing states, right? They were North Carolina, they were Pennsylvania, Georgia, evidently now Arizona, Wisconsin, everything. That was a huge pivotal role. And not only did he win the electoral votes, guys, popular votes as well.
Oh, yeah.
He took it all. There was just a
He
huge,
took it all, baby.
huge shift, guys.
Guys,
Overall, everything.
I want to highlight something, okay? Maudi and I, if you go back to multiple episodes, our political escapades, our political episodes, we said the valley was red. And we knew because we listened. We heard how people would talk. We heard what they would say, what they stood on, their values, what they believed. I'll tell you what, we were right. The valley from Cameron County to Hidalgo County to Willacy to Laredo, what is that? I forgot the name of the county Laredo's in, to Starr County. Guys, I hope you realize Starr County has been blue for over a century. I think it's like 128 years or 120 years, something like that.
Yeah,
As
it
of
was-
this
yeah.
past Tuesday, they were red. That's never happened, guys. Obviously, it has happened, but not in our lifetimes. I hope you understand the severity of this, guys, because this is a call for change. I think it's safe to say us Latinos are tired of people putting fucking shit in our mouth. We're tired of these people that don't understand what it's like to be Latino. That's on CNN. That's on Fox even. That's on any news outlet that doesn't know what we actually think. We're tired of having them speak for ourselves. Even fucking celebrities. Like, fuck that shit. We are all about authenticity now. We know what's up. And I'm not making this a race thing. I'm just making this a fucking common sense thing. We are Hispanic. We know what people want, what people hear, and what our values are. And I think it showed.
The counties down here, ladies and gents, for the Rio Grande Valley cater to ultimately a working class. Okay, just completely to make it simple. That's initially what it caters to. Okay,
Right.
so At the end of the day, though, there was a huge dissatisfaction with the Democratic leadership.
Yeah.
Okay,
No, huge.
I mean, as Mike mentioned, also it has been over a century, well past most of our lifespans right now, since we had all of our counties in the Rio Grande Valley go red. Okay, it's not no. I mean, I keep saying I mean a lot. It's very shocking to be able to be a part of that.
It's a huge
We
shock.
were a part of a huge historical event where we find the majority, and I'm gonna go with the majority. I'm gonna go ahead and categorize
'Cause
it,
it is the
or
majority.
organize it where majority over basically minority, right? And so the majority finally spoke and said, "Hey, you know what? We're done with this bullshit. We're done with the yelling. We're done with the screaming. We're done with everybody just because there
Lashing
was
out
a,
in tantrums like a child.
just because there was a simple disagreement, you know, between two individuals having a conversation on each other's stands in economical positions, cultural, you know, social, just anything, immigration, all the above, right? If you ever had a different in opinion, it started to become a norm where then, oh, well, then you're sexist. Oh, you're racist. Oh, you know what? I don't know. They start busting out the misogyny, all this stuff.
Yes.
And it's just like, what the fuck?
Yeah, I agree
Go
with you,
ahead.
brother. All I was going to say to add to that
Go ahead.
was be careful with the labels. Be careful with the labels. Go, continue, brother.
So it's to bring an analogy towards things. It's like, you remember when you're in 5th grade, you know, and you know your parents did a great job on making sure you were disciplined, and you know you were behaving, listening to the school teacher, giving the respect that you know you need to give to your elders, someone that's helping you later on contribute to society.
Yeah.
But you had this one kid in the classroom stood up, you know, probably pissed his pants, you know, started yelling, kicking, throwing the desk and everything. And you got the majority of the kids saying, oh shit, like we can't be acting like that, you know? That's what I'm going about when I'm giving the reference of the minority and the majority. Majority, for the most part, like, hey, you know what? Just let them act like that. Mind your own business. We got a lot of shit we got to worry about on our end. Taking care of our families, contributing to our businesses, especially if you're self-employed. You know, I got to stay focused for those, not only families, but other people's families that are relying on me to perform to make sure I'm contributing to basically our economy, right? So anyways, you mind your own business, and it got to the point where we say, you know what? Enough is enough. It's time to fucking make sure everybody acts right. This shit, throwing tantrums, crying, and there's videos out there, guys. You got some
seen
grown
multiple.
ass fucking people crying on camera, like literally recording themselves, saying they're going to leave, throwing tantrums.
Jesse, please find those videos and put them here because I
It's-
want people to see that.
It's
I want people to see the
fucking
ridiculous
ridiculous.
aspect
Like,
of it.
I just wanna be part of your
Divorce your husband, leave your fucking boyfriend, leave that.
I'm angry. I'm mad. I'm upset. I'm angry.
Bro, forgive me for being a little emotional here.
you know, when Trump lost 4 years ago, his
2020?
election, obviously we did not agree with it, and most Republicans didn't either. And what I want to go ahead and add is you didn't see anybody fucking crying, yelling, throwing tantrums and shit like that. And if they did, we even called out our own people. What the fuck are you doing
Yeah.
acting like that? You know what? We didn't vote for him. That's our president. The next election will come. We'll make sure we change that shit.
Yeah.
We're not going to let this shit repeat.
Right.
And that's exactly what happened with this landslide.
Hey, and another big thing, brother. So this is a big thing that even people on the left, right, center, up, down, whoever the fuck you stand, have noticed.
What's that?
There's a bar chart, and I want Jesse to look for it, but it's super important. It's the voting bar chart.
All right. Voting
Just
bar
pull it
chart.
up. Just pull it up, and you're going to see exactly what I mean. You're going to follow along.
All right.
2020 had 81 million votes for the left.
Let's see.
This election turned out 70 million for the left. What the fuck happened to those 11 million votes? Like, I'm not playing into the conspiracy. I fully trust our voting system. I am a proponent of it. If you want your voice to be heard, you go vote, period. But what the fuck happened, bro? Tell me. Record numbers last election for the left, supposedly. 81 million votes for Biden. 70 million for Kamala. What the fuck happened with those 11 million votes? Somebody just please explain it to me. Make it make sense. There's a bar chart where the Democratic vote has always been consistent where it's at, and it's usually won the popular vote. But you look at it now, and it's just like a huge boom, a big fucking like miracle of an event, I guess, for the left. So that's something I wanted to point out because I think a lot of people were bringing it up, but not really putting too much weight on it. Well, I want to do the same. I want to bring it up, but not put too much weight on it because I do think that was a little odd of a stat. I don't know if you can see what I'm looking, or if you see what I'm looking at.
I mean, I'm having trouble finding the chart.
Well, I'll look for it
yes,
later,
there
guys,
is a difference
and see if
as
we can
far
put it
as
up there.
Like I got the popular vote count. What Mike's talking about is obviously there's a bar chart that shows the electoral votes and the popular vote. So what we're getting at is there's a huge difference from 2020 election to 2024. So Donald Trump winning the majority of the popular vote is capped basically at 73 million, right? 73.5 mil. And Kamala is about 69.2 mil. So what we're saying is what happened to the rest of I believe there might be, it's a few million also. Is it like 13 million or something? Maybe there's a difference. I don't know.
Yeah, it was 81 million votes from 2020.
So exactly. So so actually just shy of, so it's about 9 million, basically 8 to 9
no,
million.
well, I'm just saying the difference.
from
I don't know.
2020
Yeah,
to
you're saying the
2024.
overall difference.
Yeah.
I don't know about the difference from overall. I just know the difference from the left.
Yeah.
So the left had 81 million votes, 2020, and now they turned out about 70 million.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm getting at. Like,
But overall, the overall votes are collective altogether, right?
Yeah.
So if you just subtract that, I mean, the overall, like it doesn't make sense. Where did the rest of these people go?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
It just does not make
It
any
doesn't
sense.
make any sense.
But you know what?
It is what it is.
It doesn't matter
I just
anymore.
wanted to point that out because that was something I saw brought up on Joe Rogan's pod. It was brought up on a couple of outlets, independent source outlets, citizen journalism. But look, guys, it's a new era, baby. We're here. It's gonna get good. It's gonna get juicy. If you do not support this nation and you spread this false narrative that whether Trump's an illegitimate president, whether Trump's going to take your rights away as a woman, you've heard it from the source himself, guys. He said he's not going to do that. No president has the inherent authority to do any sort of executive order to ban abortion. And if you consider just abortion to be the sole woman's rights, then really be careful what you stand for. What you say you stand for is killing a child, killing a living thing, which I think a woman should be very thankful for. They have the power to create life. They have the power to bring life into this world.
Not on their own, okay, ladies and gents. I gotta say that because people are always like, "Oh yeah, we don't need men." And bring that whole fucking debate. You get what we mean, okay? It's teamwork, okay?
Yeah. And for those of y'all that are taking it extreme, because I've seen a few videos on TikTok already, dude, where they're like, I'm not going to have kids for the next 4 years or whatever. Where the fuck do you get that? The only person you're affecting doing that is yourself. I hope you know that. Like, I understand the whole my body, my choice
have that
rhetoric.
choice.
I'm
Great.
going to say it's rhetoric. It's not a fact because it's ridiculous the way it's framed. But that whole rhetoric is bullshit because that's an obvious statement. Of course, your body's your choice. And if you're going to do something dumb like that, well, then do it. The only people that you're pleasing are us because there shouldn't be people like that in this society. So that's where I stand on that. I don't know anybody personally that's done that, but I've just seen these videos on TikToks. I've heard that, and I'm like, you're ridiculous, dude. Like, that's dumb, you know?
Yeah, it's the backlash, it's the outrage that I guess unfortunately say Democratic supporters are having. But let's really, really focus on the root, ladies and gents. You guys obviously also on the Democratic side, and I hate to put labels on shit, left,
So do
right,
I.
all this shit, but let's focus on how it's been categorized thus far. The
Let's
left, Democrats. All right, guys, you guys, since the election, the results, you guys are showing a little bit of division as well.
Yep.
I'm seeing a lot of finger pointing. I'm seeing where some of you guys are stating, yes, we failed to be united completely. We felt the people voted and said, hey, they had enough of basically all these outcries, these outrage, these fucking points that are being pushed out as regards to all topics. You know what I mean? There being no such thing as gender. I'm sorry, guys. Obviously, the people don't agree to that. You know what I mean? I don't care. Again, Mike and I do not have anything against any type of sex out there as far as the orientation that you want to go ahead and present yourself. If you're a man and you want to present yourself as a woman, but when it comes to science, you were a man. I'm sorry to say this. You do not have the same rights as a woman. We will respect that you want to go ahead and be perceived as a woman, but at the end of the day, still, okay, you're not going to be going ahead and it's not right for you to join women's sports. It's not right for you to go ahead and go to these public restrooms where other women want to feel, hey, you know what? Give me my privacy. There's just so many things wrong with that. And again, now you guys are making it known. Hey, well, that was just 1% of the group that thought that. Okay. Well, every time that argument was being brought up to you guys would say, oh, no, you're still wrong. People should. Now you guys want to talk about it? Yeah, that shouldn't have been what we were fully representing. That's exactly what we were talking about.
That's the woke mind virus.
The people that you guys decided to represent, you guys were not communicating that at all.
No.
And so the people we felt, hey, you know what? This is exactly how it needs to be organized. No, you know what? Yes, we respect you guys as far as how you want to say whatever sex orientation you now want to follow. Great, but don't get the children involved. Don't talk about them trying to make life-changing events when they're 5, 6, 7 years old, exposing them to that. No, you know what? Let them fucking be children. Let them focus on, you know what, developing friendships, games, etc. Hold on, can you put mute on that or no?
It's okay. Keep talking.
Yeah, I know, but these are things that we were just expressing even on our end to make sure that it was expressed all around the importance of not only just us, but obviously the whole nation. And so I think there's going to be a huge change as far as what our values are for the nation now. United States of America, it's going to come back. We're all focused together on making sure America is great again. Feel proud about that, ladies and gents. Make America great again. Why you guys hear that shit and you guys think, oh, MAGA, you guys are giving a category as if, far right. No, fuck that. Rest assured, even on our end, we gave the support to the right, to Republicans. Rest assured, we're going to make sure that we're holding them accountable to do what they said they were going to do. And the second they fail to do so, if for whatever reason the Democratic Party comes back and says, hey, you know what? We're fixed our shit. We're going to go ahead and start doing this. Still has yet to happen. It's been probably over 15, 16 years now, right? Since something's actually gone the way that president says it's going to go. It's full of lies nowadays. Media has been completely lost. Just the whole woke mindset is fucking going to get canceled. It is done with. At least that's what we're trying to make sure that this election represents. I mean, you had a great team overall, guys. You had Elon Musk a part of this. You had
Vivek,
Joe Rogan, Vivek,
Tulsi
you had
Gabbard,
everybody, guys.
my favorite, RFK Jr.
Oh man, that guy. They actually, people are saying, oh, now let's see if he holds his promise to RFK. He made another announcement. Yes, RFK is going to play a part.
Yeah,
in the
even Don
team.
Jr. went about and said, yeah, Trump, his dad, fully intends to let RFK Jr. pretty much as he pleases get involved with, whether it's the FDA, the CIA, the FCC. It's gonna be amazing, guys. Obviously, actions speak louder than words, right? So we're gonna have to take the wait and see approach. But that's what I'm most excited for. It's when I voted for Trump, guys. I hope you realize that I'm not all about that misogyny. I respect what women's opinions have to say. I work with a lot of women, and I'm sure they can attest. I don't put aside their opinions on anything. I listen to it as if it's a colleague, as if it's coming from another man or whoever it's coming from. I listen to it. The point I'm trying to make, guys, is that everything you listen to, you understand it's rhetoric. Even on our side of the table, there's a lot of rhetoric. But when you go through all the fog, all the BS, you start to realize the true message here. And what I'm hoping the true message from the right was there's clearly something wrong with everybody. There's clearly something wrong with the general public, whether it's the deep state, big pharma, the social media companies, you name it. Who knows? There's something that's going on that's keeping the people from being united. And if we can push all that bullshit aside, health, physical well-being, mental well-being, you name it, I think we can actually become united. And that's what the Make America Healthy Again movement is. It's getting down to the fact that a lot of this may be chemical. A lot of this may be shit that we're putting in our bodies that's causing us to fuck up. Who knows? You really think businesses are going to profit from us being together? Like, they're not. So at the end of the day, I'm all for everybody being united. If you voted for someone, okay, if you voted for someone that I did not vote for, I am not going to condemn you for that. I am not going to tell you were wrong. I have my personal opinion just as you have yours. Clearly, our opinion was the majority. It's going to be a shift that happens every now and then, guys. That's just the way this system works. The democracy, the republic. That's how we work. We are 50 states as a republic unified in the United States of America. We have a democracy because at the end of the day, those 50 states are treated as one. That is the difference. That is what we are. We have to, at the end of the day, try to unite ourselves, guys. We are more powerful that way. So what I'm getting at is, all BS aside, we're in this together, no matter what.
Amen, brother. Amen. How much time we got?
We are at 8 minutes, bro.
Cool.
I'll tell you ahead of time.
Okay, so anyways, yep, we got Trump as our president, ladies and gents. Congratulations. I am proud of the Rio Grande Valley. You guys made me just feel so proud.
Yeah,
and again,
me too.
all we're doing here is trying to make sure that this comes about as some service. We have no hate to anybody. I got love for all of y'all people.
You know what?
Remember, as I mentioned, love is love, ladies and gents.
Yes.
Love
yes,
is love.
I agree with you, brother. I'm proud of the RGV because that all this told me was y'all are doing your due diligence. Because if you ask a bunch of people from our parents' generation, they'll tell you, oh, I'm voting Democrat because that's what we've always voted. Or that's where we've always been. Or that's what my parents voted for. So that's why I'm at. No, don't do that. Don't be doing that shit, Bubba. Don't be doing that shit.
I want to add something. Anytime, and it sucks, but anytime I would share something about Trump, I was always getting some kind of shit. I'd either get people supporting it 100% or, just throwing a bunch of not only indirects, but being direct too. Like, oh, you're wrong.
Yes.
Oh, way to support
Big
a
time.
rapist. Way to support a blah, blah, blah. I'm like, guys, this is bullshit. You guys are exactly what we mean by do your actual due diligence, do your own research. Don't just go watch CNN, ABC, CBS News, etc., and go off of what they're saying. Read, ladies and gents. How many of you guys actually pick up a book or actually pull up some kind of article, do some damn research, and really, really, really make your own map? Okay, I'm not gonna get back into a whole lecture of why all this. What's done is done. We got a new president. If you guys are upset about it, I understand. You know what I mean? We don't always have our way.
Right.
But even your president, your current president, Joe Biden, Sleepy Joe, he said it himself.
Dude, I love the memes going on with them.
What
With the ending of the Transformers, you got to pull one up, man.
I know what you're just talking about.
When he just turns.
Oh man, he just turns around. It all happened with one man.
What I've done.
It is so funny, but he said it himself. At the end of the day, an election is basically a competition. You have winners, you have losers. At the end of the day, there is one and solely one winner. And in this case, it's fucking amazing. Excuse my language, but it is amazing to see, and it is noteworthy to understand that everything is officially red. Okay,
Yeah,
so
literally.
you got a president that said he was going to do all these things. There's really little to no friction. Granted, Republicans still have their own views. There's going to be things that they agree with and don't agree with. But for the most part, it's safe to say that we're actually unified. And how long has that actually been?
Guys, we have the House. We have the Senate. We have the presidency.
Yep, that's right.
We have the Supreme Court. We have, as a matter of fact, down here too, we've even got the 13th Court of Appeals. For us attorneys out there, that's a huge deal. We've got a Republican appeals court. So there's going to be some actual thought put into that. I'm just kidding. But it's a red wave, guys. It literally is. And if you ask yourself why that is, well, go do your due diligence. because you're not going to listen to me about it. Like, obviously, if you don't agree with me, well, then we can agree to disagree. Just go look into yourself. And then if you got questions, I'll clarify for you.
Clarify it for the people, my man. That's what we're here for. Service.
Damn right, baby.
But all right, let's go. We talked about Trump. Let's transition over to, let's lighten it up a bit. We haven't done cruising through X in a bit.
Screen recording yet?
Yeah, I already started it. So let's see what we're looking at here.
Got any more money?
Fucking AB, bro. Antonio Brown is who
funny.
we talking
He's
about.
unhinged.
First thing that already popped up. What's that say? You got any more money for Ukraine? What the fuck? And it's Zelensky with it overlaid over.
For
Dave
y'all know
Chappelle.
that skit exactly under Dave Chappelle.
Obviously, guys, he's an addict, But it's just another thing to be brought up. Okay, Russia, Ukraine, everybody's already in the talks about ending this shit. We'll see how fast this actually happens, but it's the most momentum I've seen in a while, as opposed to just letting the war do its thing. You know what I mean? Finally, there's gonna be some kind of direction of ending this fucking war.
Right.
Okay. Let's see what else we got. Got RG3 talking about. Oh, I saw that, man. Black women telling my 4 daughters they aren't black is beyond wrong. Like I'm not sure if you caught wind of that. That was pretty messed up.
Wait, hold on. Go up. What did that person say? Who's that? Oh, is that his wife or what? Griffin?
Yeah.
Barrett's children are not black, then Barack Obama wasn't the... Oh, okay. No, all right. Yeah, that's fucked up, guys.
A lot of other people very, very upset. There were a lot of, what do you mean by that? With the number one thing being said was, you can't say that, sir, because you married a white girl. As if marrying someone outside your race means you can't drop facts. Like, is marrying someone outside your race a bad thing? No, it's not a bad thing. Love knows no colors.
Exactly. Love is love.
Love is love, like Mo says. The great Mo. Mosif. Mosefemi.
So
Last time I checked, a black mom.
what sparked all of this with RGV pushing this out is because obviously he's got a following, right? From transitioning to athlete to now. At one point, he was, I believe, an anchor for I forgot what outlet, but in regards to sports, which now he's moved past that. Now he's really emphasizing, if you guys have paid attention, to just speaking his mind on matters in itself. Current events, whether it's political, religion, relationships,
Right.
All that stuff. And I've paid attention to him, and normally, for the most part, he stays pretty universal. Like, he doesn't necessarily say, like, you have to
He's
think
a
this way.
centrist. He's a centrist.
He's like, look, this is the way I see it, but I can understand. And normally, I've seen him also put, like, polls, like, what are your guys' thoughts on this? But I think he finally felt it himself, where black women, as you guys mentioned right here, were basically saying you cannot speak for black people. You're not even married to a black woman. And he's like, hold up. That's the issue we have here. You're telling me I cannot talk, and my family or my daughters are not considered black just because I married a white woman.
Yeah, it's...
You guys forget that this is what makes America great, guys. It's the diversification. You know what I mean? The melting pot.
I was about to say that.
You got a variety of different cultures here that are able to express themselves in the way they feel is appropriate, but at the same time in a respectful manner. Again, before you guys bring up the whole, oh, well, that's what we've been talking about, I should express myself. No, yes, you can. We've never argued that. We've argued, though, how it's expressed, okay? Are you guys over fucking doing it? Because there is such a thing as over fucking doing it. That's, again, a whole nother discussion again. You guys can argue with us in the comments. I probably won't look at them, but it's okay. But anyways, that was an issue. RG3, I'm glad, RG3. I'm with you, brother. Okay, all right, back to... Okay, so we got Nick Boza has been fined $11,000 for wearing a MAGA hat on the field after their win.
Position on speaking about it is going to change. Clearly, the nation spoke.
They did.
We got what we got.
Nick, how'd you enjoy last night? Did you watch?
He's like, shit, can I still talk about this?
It was fun. It's a good time to stay up.
That's good.
Thank you.
So you see, I mean, the NFL is fine. I mean, I guess, it's the way the NFL keeps control of players from being, I guess, a little too outspoken. But in my case, hey, look, this is a presidential win, guys. It's an election. He should be at least allowed to say, hey,
The
congratulations. I'm
controversy
proud of
with
that.
this, obviously, was the Kaepernick.
Yeah.
A lot of people were like, "Oh, well,
what
Kaepernick did
started
the
it.
same thing. He kneeled during the anthem." It's two different things, guys.
Definitely.
All right, the anthem issue, both of them are free speech. I'm not going to lie with you with that. That is hands down. They're both entitled to what they did. The difference is when they did it. So Kaepernick,
Ooh, that's a good one.
yeah, Kaepernick did this in the initiation of a game, which technically speaking, it already started. At the point of the national anthem, it started. Boza did this at the end of the game. And the reason why that's important is because in the rules, the disciplinary rules for the NFL, I saw that they're not allowed from proclaiming a political statement during a game. When that is, that's arguable, debatable. What does it mean by during the game? I don't know. But it's pretty clear that when you do something in the beginning of a game, it's probably more likely to be during as opposed to an end of the game, which is it's over. So that's my take on it from a technical standpoint. If we had to interpret it, which I'm allowed to do, by the way. But yeah, I mean that's the difference. It's when you do it.
Let's see.
Before the results.
Oh, I heard about that. Watch.
So that different. Apparently, Elon created an app, and he knew who won 4 hours before the results.
I wouldn't be
Shit.
surprised.
So as the results were coming in, 4 hours before they called it, Dana White told me,
Shit,
Elon, was
Elon.
like, I'm leaving. It's over. Donald won.
The accent.
It's over.
Somehow or another.
It's over. Donald won.
I don't know what he's getting, where he's
It's
pulling
over.
his data from, but he had like.
That is awesome. This is Russell Brand. This is the day that the Lord has made. Rejoice and be glad in it. Man, I love that.
Dude,
Russell
his
Brand is
arc
converted, man.
has been amazing.
Yeah.
Like from a Buddhist to like a non-believer to now just
Straight up. dude.
completely accepting the
I
word
love
of
it.
God. Christ is King. Ave Christus Rex.
Impactful words, ladies and gents. Tristan Tate, please do not personally insult or attack people you see me debate with online, especially when the topic is politics. That isn't how we win. How we win heats and minds. Keep it classy, please. I completely agree with you.
That's
brother.
what we were just doing this morning.
Yeah, man.
I like that.
From experience, debating with people, especially if it's an emotional debate, if you see that this person is being extremely emotional and not throwing any kind of logic at you guys in regards to their position, just leave it already,
Yeah,
guys.
at that
Keep
point,
it
you know.
classy. It's got to come from a maturity standpoint, and I deal with this daily too. You know, in my line of work, you're gonna meet people that are just strictly making decisions off of emotions, and you got to be able to recognize that. When you recognize that, you'll be able to understand, hey, you know what? I got to see the bigger picture, no matter how much logic or just make it, no matter how much I make it make sense in regards to facts, whether it's a complete objective standpoint, this person is not going to accept it. And you have to be okay with, I don't want to say you're taking a loss, but you're saying, I'm not going to waste my time with this anymore. Let it go. Because if you continue on, it gets heated. You then get emotional. And guess what? You're now playing their game and it completely turns around and it comes back and you're going to see a complete backfire. We've mentioned this countless of times in previous podcasts. Never wrestle with swine. Why? Because you guys are both going to get dirty and the swine, basically the pig, self is going to enjoy it. And now you're fucking dirty and you're like, God dang it. They got what they wanted. They got it out of me.
They got the
It was
rise out
not
of
my
you.
intentions. Anyways, but yes, completely agree. Keep it classy, ladies and gents. Let's see. Watch these two Mexican guys telling President Trump, please don't deport them. What the fuck?
Please, don't deportation. Please. We are Mexicans, but we don't deportation. Please. We work too
FedEx.
hard. Because we need to pay bills and child support.
And we work too much, but sometimes
FedEx.
we don't work because we would drink beer. Modelo.
Modelo.
No ultra, no Michelob Ultra.
It's for quotation.
That's for quotations.
Obviously, guys are fucking around, okay?
But why, sir? Because he does for you and make America great again.
Yeah, we bought this 2 for 25
That's a ganga.
for your campaña.
Your campaña.
Gracias.
Thank you, Mr. President.
Gracias. Let's see what else we got.
Muchas gracias.
Trump drives through Times Square with flags reading Trump won.
Trump caravan. Oh shit, dude. That's intense. Yesterday when we were going to open house, we saw like a huge line of cars of Trump won.
No way.
Yeah,
For
like
real down here?
Yeah, down here on 10th Street,
No
like going towards
kidding.
Stone Oak.
Uh-huh.
There had to have been at least 50 cars, dude.
Damn. Wow.
I'll see if I can send. I think Dom recorded it. I'll send it to Jesse so he can put it up.
Make America healthy again. You got Robert F. Kennedy. Let's do this. Damn, bro. I'm looking at my feed. It's all literally political. It's crazy.
Dude,
Jimmy Kimmel.
look at that. Fuck that guy, Jimmy Kimmel. Look at that, dude. And then he's over there sobbing. He's like, oh, the left or whatever. This
I
and
saw
that. Oh, yeah, look. You see? Hey, Jimmy Kimmel, did you cry about the women this week?
Yeah,
You see?
I saw that.
That's what he
I saw
means. He
that.
literally means his body, his rights, guys. Don't let that fool deceive you.
Yeah, and what we're getting at, guys, is obviously when the elections came out, he came out live in I guess an episode of his, and he's like, he was basically disappointed and pulled the crying card. One, don't be a little bitch, okay? Yeah.
For our allies in Ukraine, for NATO, for the truth and democracy and decency. And it was a terrible night for everyone who voted against him. And guess what? It was a bad night for everyone who voted for him, too. You just don't realize it yet.
What a baby.
Stop fucking crying. That's what we mean by grown men and grown
Where's the
women, too,
testosterone,
you know?
dude?
It's
Like,
fuck,
fuck.
man.
His role should be, you know what, to his audience, guys, we lost. It's pretty simple. Unfortunately, the majority did not agree with our views, but it's not over. We have to continue to spread whatever message they want, and not a rhetoric, but a message supported with facts and evidence.
Yeah, it's just weird. Okay, Nikki Haley. I was proud to work with President Trump defending America at the United Nations. I wish him and all who serve great success in moving us forward to a stronger, safe America over the next 4 years.
Oh, yeah, it's because I like
responding to him.
Yeah, I like the way Trump
read it.
respectfully told her. I will not be inviting former Ambassador Nikki Haley or former Secretary of State Mike Pompeo to join the Trump administration, which is currently in formation. I very much enjoyed and appreciate working with them previously and would like to thank them for their service to our country. Make America great again.
Yeah.
Obviously, guys, that's a respectful way of, look, it's cool. It was cool having you around, but you can't sit with us.
And it got pretty personal when they were running against each other. I get it. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
But
yeah,
I
that's
mean,
really what it
they got to
is.
put the ultimate team together. Whoever he feels is.
Which we know is Tulsi, JD, RFK Jr., Vivek.
Man, Vivek, bro, we were
Elon.
talking about Vivek before he even became a thing.
Yeah,
That
dude,
right
we were.
already, and I wouldn't be surprised if he ends up running.
The next ticket's gonna be JD and Vivek,
bro,
That's what it's
that'd
gonna be.
Amazing, bro. That would be amazing.
And obviously, Trump. He's gonna have a Trump endorsement.
Yep, that would.
I
Make
know
a-
JD's gonna have a Trump endorsement.
probably
He's
what
got
Lord
my vote
wants,
already,
bro.
man.
MAGA ladies rolling to work after election.
Oh,
What's she saying?
that's Dom going to her open house.
These are Latinas, guys. Pero ganó Trump. Chinga.
Trabajo la mayoría le iban a Kamala, pero ganó Trump.
Bingo. Careful now. Just kidding.
Yeah, you see, like that's just rubbing salt in the wound. It's funny, but
Anything but this convicted rapist said he would for you. He responded. He said, "I'm Italian." He accepted my voucher for. He accepted that and said, "Mike is my friend," and I respected that.
Mike Tyson was greeted at his door at 1 o'clock in the morning by a woman. He then.
Well, we don't need to go through the case again.
It's ridiculous. The woman was dancing at 8 o'clock, and this guy's in jail for 6 years. I don't understand it. I think it's wrong. I think
but due process of law prevailed. So then
he was one of the worst defense lawyers I've ever seen. This is the worst defense. I mean, their defense essentially was that anybody.
Look at that, he had his back.
Mike Tyson knows she's going to be raped, and therefore Mike Tyson. I mean, this is his defense. I think it was a horrible job.
Am I gonna say, "Fuck him"? He's a racist pig. I can't find myself to say that. I can't say that.
Right.
He talked to me about reverencing me. So I said, fuck, I ain't gonna say nothing disrespectful about him. He never said, then he said beautiful things about me. So what do? I was hoping he said something disrespectful about me. I could deal with that, but I can't deal with him saying something nice and I think something that's disrespectful about him or against him.
And knowing.
You know,
yeah, there you go.
Yeah, guys, as you've seen, and what I love, bro, is I've seen so many different clips of Trump and how this man has been on camera for years, guys, okay? Years. People that you guys thought were initially against him or against him right now were praising him years back. Especially
Even The
when he was
View.
exactly. The View. You had Oprah. You had everybody. I mean, everybody that was just going against and completely degrading this man or attempting to was at one point always praising Donald Trump, giving him the respect that he rightfully earned, okay?
Right.
And so, anyways, this is good to know that even Mike Tyson, a highly influential man in the black community culture, especially through boxing, which Mike and I obviously appreciate too, is stating himself, I can't talk shit about him. He's not a racist. You know, he didn't talk bad about me. As a matter of fact, he still considered me a friend despite what ended up putting him away for 6 years. I mean, granted, again, we're not saying what Mike did was right. We're not condoning the behavior that might have happened.
So don't misconstrue this.
What we're getting at is the issue of whether or not he's a racist was completely eliminated, which was the agenda of so many people for this whole election.
Still the agenda.
Still. Let's see what we got. Chad Ocho Cinco. I saw that. Just them training. What else? Oh. It's time to throw Fauci in prison. Ew.
Oh, yeah, dude.
Yeah, what did you see? Just them going
Yeah,
after him?
they're just going after. It's RFK Jr. basically calling him out on the vaccine mandate, but we don't have to get into that.
For President of the United States,
Donald Trump has defeated Hillary Clinton to become president-elect.
we will make America great again.
Yes,
The
sir,
music.
we will.
You don't got to make it corny,
Brian.
Ben Shapiro.
I know, Ray. 2025, I will have a training facility. Wait on it.
Oh,
I like
shit.
that. President Trump to be...
Dez, I think personally, bro, now that we're on the Cowboys aspect of it, that dude had to have had the strongest hands of any receiver I'd
Heck
seen.
yeah, man.
Like
It
the
was a
way he would
catch.
just jump up and catch
It
the
was a
ball
catch.
and just not just catch it, guys. Like he would like snatch onto that shit in the air. If you go look up clips of Dez Bryant and his highlights, and even in practice videos, it's crazy.
It was
he had
prime.
hops too, man.
Yeah, he did. It was some prime stuff.
And yeah, go for it. Go.
What?
No,
No,
I
keep
was just
going,
gonna.
keep going.
All I was gonna say is he made that catch, like you said. But I remembered you said it already.
Chris Collinsworth, when he sees Patrick Mahomes do anything.
What the fuck?
Who was it saying that? Was it you or Jesse? I think they told me
It
that.
was Jesse.
Yeah.
DJ Douglas out of his cleats here. Oh. I mean, that cutting ability. This is why he was the number 4 round out of high school. Oh. Like, that's like L1 button.
Oh my God, man. Okay, I'm not sure if you guys get the reference. What we're basically saying is like he's basically on top of Patrick Mahomes in that way.
He's
like
about
he,
to
he
bust.
The man, Patrick Mahomes breathes and Collinsworth is going all crazy. Oh my! It's the way he does this.
Yeah, dude, that's his
Left,
voice.
Right, you know. And you know what?
I gotta tell you, man. This is Patrick. Patrick, how do you do this, man?
But I'm gonna tell you, I like him as a host. I think he does I find him entertaining. At least he has the perfect voice for it. But I'll be honest, yeah, I do agree with that. It's
Yeah.
just another level.
It's amazing, man.
It's amazing, man. It's amazing. Let's see. What else we got? Well, I mean, let's transition now to. I think we got enough of cruising through X.
Yeah.
But
What I think we should talk about a bit is our boys, man. Cowboys, baby. Dak is believed to be out for the season. He's got a torn hamstring, or at least believed to be a torn hamstring. I think he's pending another doctor review of what he should do. But I think we can all assume that he's going to be out for the rest of the season, which means tryouts, baby.
yeah.
So-
apparently he's gonna undergo some surgery that's basically gonna put him out for the rest of the season.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be honest. This is
Please be honest, bro.
I'm gonna be completely honest. This is. I doubled down on it, right?
I'm gonna be completely honest.
All right, but
That was good.
You know, the season's over, guys. I'm a huge Cowboys fan. So is Mike. I fucking love the boys, man. They're the only team that keeps breaking my fucking heart, and I'm still there supporting them. But
You're
damn,
wrecking
our
my
season's
life.
over. my position should be what is currently just put Lance in. I don't know why we put in fucking Rush in. You know, you invested.
I guess
you did a
maybe
whole
because he's the
trade.
second string. And no, I'm kidding,
but,
bro.
You know, experiment, make them compete against
Yeah.
each other. You know,
That's
at this
what-
point now,
that's
let's see
what-
who's worthy of being here. So
That's
that
what Dad
us-
and I were
yeah?
talking about yesterday.
Let's focus on next year already. All right, guys. We're having to do a rebuild for whatever the fuck reason, right? Because we just obviously can't do a great job now on the management side of things. We did no fucking moves whatsoever on the offseason. You had Derrick Henry basically saying, Cowboys, pick me up. What is our position? We're fucking cheap. We don't like paying for people that deserve to also be on the team. I'll be honest. One thing that I can say the Cowboys has is loyalty. We show respect to people that are already part of the organization or were part of the organization and making them, having them stay here. But it's like, okay, we're being too loyal. If somebody's not performing, you know, we gotta go ahead and negotiate and bring people that are worthy of now being part of the team.
Right. I think I think you're right. In terms of loyalty, loyalty's good, but it's got to come from both ends. Loyalty doesn't mean you spoil. Loyalty means you understand each other and you know what's best for the cause. You know that going forward, you're loyal to a cause, not a person. And that's what the message should be. And the cause should be, we need to get better than from where we are. Last year, the Cowboys were like, what, 13-3?
Yeah.
Something like that. This year, they're going to be 3-13.
It's fucking weird.
Like, that's not normal, guys. And I think it's pretty clear. I'm sorry. I apologize. I really do for Dan Quinn. I talk shit about you the way you handled the defense in the playoffs last year, which I stand by. But I will say that you're way better than what the fuck we got now. Look what Dan Quinn's done with the Redskins. It's pretty clear that he was the reason why we were doing so well last year.
And I think the biggest reason Dan Quinn was getting so much hate last year, and we brought it up too, and I know in a podcast I mentioned, really pay attention to what he was working with. We had no fucking linebackers, and we had nobody helping really with just stopping any kind of rush down the middle. We still fucking don't. We can't stop the fucking run down the middle. And I from what I thought, we have made certain draft picks that were supposed to initially help stop that.
Yeah, like the nose from Michigan.
And it's completely still like whatever, you know?
Yeah.
But Dan Quinn, in my opinion, and I still bring this up in debates, is that he was working as much as he could with what he had.
Yeah, and he did fucking good with it.
Did amazing with it.
That's why, I'll put a lot. I always had respect for him as a DC, even as a head coach. I mean, he's a Super Bowl head coach. He took his Falcons to the Super Bowl.
Now, did he finish the job? No. But still.
But yeah,
we
exactly.
haven't even
still.
been there.
Like, what I think the Cowboys should have done would to get him further assistant personnel to fill in the gaps, because he's got it, guys. It's just more of like a nudge to be great.
And it is a coaching thing, because I'm going to bring this
is.
up. Let's use the Kansas City Chiefs as an example. You have a great quarterback like Patrick Mahomes, right? They're currently, again, another season where they're basically their record
8-0,
is
I
fucking
think, or
supreme.
9-0.
They're 8-0. They're 8-0. That is fucking crazy. Okay, they went last week against the Broncos, which is an actually good team this year. They're not bad, but what I'm getting at is pay attention to the coaching they have as well. They're constantly also dealing with injuries. You know what I mean? They had Rashid Rice also part of that, and that was man, I had him on fantasy, and it broke my heart to see he was out. Fast guy, but, you know, in my opinion, when you got a skinny gentleman like that, you know, somebody crashes into their
In
hip
a
or
league
knee.
like that, guys. Let's not
Yeah,
get it twisted.
exactly. Because these are 300-pound men or 250-plus men and full of muscle and shit. And, of course, yes, it's going to go ahead and cause some kind of injury if you clash against them. But whatever. Anyways, they adapt is what I'm trying to get at.
Yeah.
They've adapted. Their coaching knows how to adapt and come up with a certain strategy
Andy Reid,
for their
baby.
next offense. Exactly. Reid does an amazing job with that. Pittsburgh Steelers, too. I mean, they're 6-2, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
Detroit Lions, I'm making a prediction right now. This is going to be the year that they go to the Super Bowl. They look fucking strong.
They were in the
man.
NFC Championship last year, right?
Exactly.
And they're stronger than they were last year.
That is. They look
so
good. Really,
I'm
really
thinking
good.
it's probably going to be Lions versus Chiefs in the Super Bowl.
No shit.
Yeah.
Lions, dude, that'd be amazing to see.
And it's going to be Lions for sure, NFC, dude. They just have this momentum like that. You want to talk about loyalty? There's a game where they gave the game ball to their coach, Dan Campbell, which is he used to be a tight end, guys, in the NFL. He actually played for the Cowboys at one point. But the fact that the team gives the game ball to the coach, guys, and they all agree to it, that's true loyalty. That's loyalty where this guy's just old school nosedive head first football. Get this shit done. Protect our guys. Everybody, let's play together, and everybody's got a role. A role that they fit, not a role where everybody's competing to fill a role. No, it's roles, multiple. And that's what a team's about, guys. A team's about not being loyal, just being loyal to one another, but the cause, like I've been saying. So you get a team like that, I'm rooting for them, you know, in a general football sense, because I'm a specific fan to the Cowboys, but I'm an overall fan of football. And you see that, and they just have the heart of like a college football team. Like it's almost like
It's grit, guys.
Yeah, it's
In other
grit.
words,
It's just pure grit.
They're just fucking tough.
The only other team I see with that in the AFC is the Ravens.
Ravens, yes, but they've always had that grit.
Exactly.
That's been the part of their
Yeah.
culture, man. So look, notably, I guess good teams this year that stand out the most for me: Chiefs, the Ravens for sure, the Lions, the Texans. I can't take that away from them. Like, damn, they look good. And I don't know, man.
I'm thinking of someone else, the other team too. I'm not too sure.
Cowboys, you know. I'm just kidding.
The boys are always up there, man.
Redskins, bro.
Redskins, yes.
I don't think they'll go to
What's
the
his
Super
name?
Bowl
What's
because
the
of
quarterback's name?
inexperience. Daniel? No, I'm sorry.
Is it Daniel?
I believe it is. It is Daniel, isn't it? Yeah, the rookie, obviously. The
Yeah, he's a rookie. They're 7-2, by the way, guys.
That's exactly Jaden Daniels.
Jaden Daniels. That man, he got asked in an interview, post-game interview. He gave all glory to God. He said he would not be here without God.
Bro.
And guys, I hope you understand that they had, I think it was the game after they beat the Bears on a Hail Mary. And you got to understand, I'm not saying he was jaded, but he definitely felt like he had something to prove because the Bears picked the quarterback for the Bears, I forgot his name, over him. I mean, these guys were both top 5 picks, I believe.
They ended up going with Caleb Williams
There you
first.
go. As opposed to Jaden Daniels, that guy.
And he took that dub. That was a good game, though.
Yeah, it was.
They were both going neck and neck.
Yeah.
So, I mean, he has what I loved. I mean, obviously, Hail Mary is a 50-50 chance of it's either deflected or an offensive player gets the ball. But what really shows appreciation to Daniels is the fact that he kept the play alive, guys.
Yeah.
This wasn't a short throw. This was a long throw. He had to make sure his receivers were in the best
60-plus yarder.
position. Yeah. So you saw him scrambling in the instant replay, going back and forth, left to right, avoiding tackles, being invasive. And he finally got that ball out there and put in the best position, and his receivers were smart enough. One receiver was smart enough to make sure, I'm going to stay behind the group to make sure in case it bounces that way. And that's exactly what happened. So I think they'll be up there for sure in the playoffs. That's for sure. One thing about Mike and I is, yes, we're Cowboy fans, like diehard Cowboy fans, but we appreciate the NFL entirely. So when we see good strategy with offense, respectable defense, when we see grit, we see all these different qualities that different NFL teams have to present. Mike and I take that into account because like we appreciate those things. It's what makes fucking football great.
Yeah, guys. And speaking of great, the great Tom Brady came out and said a very interesting comment.
What's that?
The other day. He said that, at least for quarterbacks, that the game has been dumbed down. And what you're
Really?
seeing is you're not seeing that level of play anymore. And I think I completely agree with him on that because nowadays, more than ever, what I see is pure talent and
Yeah,
hard
you're
work
right.
from quarterbacks. Like
Yeah.
it's physicality,
Scrambling.
how deep can you throw the ball, how fast can you run, and there's really no high football IQ anymore.
Yeah, I was gonna
like,
get
there's
that.
no.
You're right. I could see
How was
that.
Peyton Manning?
Yeah.
Like the joke was always he's gonna run the clock down to the 0. And even in the fucking Madden games, it was hilarious. The computer would be calling all these audibles because that was just Madden's Peyton Manning's thing. Tom Brady, Brett Favre, Dan Marino, the great quarterbacks, right? And even other quarterbacks during the times that weren't necessarily the greatest, but they were good. There was always an IQ to the play. There was an expectation that not only are you relying on your head coach, but you are the coach on the field. I don't see that anymore. I see what's the play, coach? Which is fine, right? I get it. But at the end of
Or
the
just
day,
make something happen. Let's rely on your athleticism.
on your physicality, yes. And
Yes.
your physicality, athleticism to make a play happen. No, guys. You don't get 7 championship rings doing that. You don't.
Yeah, you have to do it different.
I think the only other one that probably does that right now might be Patrick Mahomes.
Oh, he's not only athletic.
You
but
can see him when he's running around. He's telling his receivers, like, he has that famous stance where he's like, like, you go and you do this, and he's not the audible type, but there's definitely a football IQ to it. I'm not saying the people out there are stupid, guys. Don't get that twisted. What I'm getting at is there has to be a continuous learning curve for the quarterback.
You don't have athletes making that a priority anymore, where they're saying, "Let me bring up my football IQ." No, it's more like, "Let me be flashy. Let me just be faster than everybody. Let me just look cool. Let me focus on my skill sets." But they're no longer focusing on, let me read the defense, or let me read the offense. Okay, what are some patterns I've noticed from tape? Like, or at least maybe it's not communicated out there anymore, but then again, you're hearing it from Tom Brady himself. This guy just recently retired, he saw exactly what changed in the football culture as well.
Yeah, and that's why I'm piggybacking off of that. That's why I led with that.
That's an expert in his field. We can't just say, "Oh, you guys are just making assumptions." No,
Yeah,
this came
this
from Tom
isn't
Brady
an opinion
himself.
of my own. Yeah,
and this is the guy the greatest that's ever done it thus far. You get me? So I mean, I'll take into account what he's saying.
Yeah.
But anyways, football's back, guys.
Tune in today, baby.
Tune in today. That's right.
We're gonna watch our Eagles, right, bro? I mean, Eagles.
What the? I don't even fucking know you.
You're like,
right now.
We're gonna watch our Cowboys. They're playing the Eagles today.
Oh my gosh. Bro.
Hey, fuck!
Damn, man, I'm gonna slap that shit at you right now. But all right, ladies and gents, stay tuned. We officially done with episode 44 of Stogies and Stuff. Catch y'all later.
Stay tuned, baby. Bam. It was a badass episode.